Hey guys, what is going on? This is Ip of RageQuitTV, and I can get rid of my little RageQuitTV cover replay because you know what? There's nothing behind it. These are 100% live. This is game number 2. I didn't get in game number 1 because I was casting something else. But, hey, you know what? It is Infinity 7 versus PSW. What is PSW? I have no idea. I'll be honest. It's a Korean clan. That's all I know. I remember asking one of the players about, I guess it was 3 weeks ago. We're like, what does PSW mean? He goes, Korean clan, new. I go, no, what's it mean? He goes, it's a Korean clan. I'm on it. And I'm like, okay, cool, thank you. Because sometimes they can't really understand what you're saying, and no matter how many times you ask, they just kind of rephrase what they're saying, hoping it's right. They're so polite. But, well, it's sometimes got the little language barrier, so still don't know what PSW means. I just know it's a semi-new Korean clan with some good players. They like playing a lot of NA games. Mystic did take game number 1 off of Edge, and Edge is a pretty strong 10 player. This is the guy that, I guess, was it MLG Anaheim? Yes, it was MLG Anaheim. Edge is the one that knocked Destiny out of MLG. Infinity 7 is a relatively new clan. They're very strong. I have seen them. I've actually casted them beat EG 3-1. And the one win EG had was because of Idra, but they took out LZ Gamer, In Control, and someone else. Can't remember his name. But you probably can figure out it's EG, it's before the Huck. So, who was it? LZ Gamer, In Control, and they have another player they put on a lot of games. Was it the Muslim? Was it Huck? I don't know who else is on EG. Oh well, anyways, we have a gas coming up for Edge and a 15 hatch coming out from Mystic, and looks like going to be a 15 hatch, 15 pool. Maybe that was a 16 hatch, 15 pool. Not exactly sure, but the thing was, it was a hatch first with a pool. It's Metalopolis, cross positions. Edge going to be going for a factory relatively soon just because he has this gas. The drone is going to come and just hide in the smoke, try to live as long as possible. Going to steal this gas, I would assume, and there he goes. Going to take that, and he can just cancel this out. It's going to take 3 Marines to beat this gas, and this will kind of just annoy your opponent to death. The Marines just going to take so long to take this out. Is it going to cancel and rebuild? Another Marine is coming, but as you see, the extractor still just heals up. Cancel, rebuild. And if you're quick enough and the 10 player isn't paying attention, you can cancel this, sneak the drone around, and get a scout to see if there's any tech labs or reactors going down on this barracks. But since he saw that second Marine, he knows, okay, there wasn't a tech lab, there wasn't a reactor just yet. And it's going to be canceled and rebuilt again. Yes. No, wait, he's going to try. He's going for it. Will the drone make it? One Marine is chasing him. And through the smoke, and yes, he jukes that Marine out. This one taking a smoke break, and the drone comes. He is going to see the reactor on this barracks. And is he going to be able to make it back? No. But that was a late scout. That was 4 minutes and 30 seconds into the game. And he scouted this wall with a drone. That is an accomplishment. And that was a great job juking the Marine out with the smoke up here. I'm not sure if that was intentional, just to wait. He's like, okay, wait for it, now, let's go. And the Marine's like, huh, where'd you go? Where'd the drone go? And then all of a sudden, it's down here, spotting your tech, so Mystic knows exactly what Edge is doing. He's going to know it is going to be Hellions coming in very soon. Tech lab going down on that barracks, so it's going to get stim pack, then going to swap with the factory so the factory can get either blue flames or siege mode and tanks. You generally don't see the tech lab on the barracks much longer after stim, maybe a little bit longer if he wants to get combat shields right away, which is a good thing. Combat shields lets you survive against banelings and fungal growths. Definitely recommend it. And also gives you another stim. But generally I see players getting to tanks fairly quick. You don't want to just build Hellions because a lot of roaches or banelings can bust down your ramp, and then you're kind of like, huh, I got all these Hellions. Hopefully they hold. They're not really the best units to hold. They are map control units, not really defending. And the Hellions just going around and controlling the map. As I said, map control units right now for Edge. If they don't really do too much damage, but if Mystic leaves his base undefended, the Hellions come into the middle line and can do a lot of damage very, very quickly in small numbers. And that's why you call them harassment units. Because, well, you leave your base unprotected, you will pay extremely quickly. And by extremely quickly, I mean in the blink of an eye. In the last game, we saw like 30 drones go down in about 30 seconds to about 5 Hellions. Given they were controlled by MVP, so they're not just Hellions, they're like the battle cruisers of Hellions. Baneling's Nest is coming up. These Hellions gonna be just going around, it looks like. Chilling out on this creep, and now the Queen gonna be expanding, and the Hellions gonna try to take that tumor out. And they do take the tumor out while doing damage to the Queen, but the main thing was saying, hey Queen, you just wasted 25 energy. Now, how do you feel? Blue Flames is just about done for those Hellions. And I know someone's gonna correct me eventually if I keep saying the harassment units. In TVT, they are everything units. They're just so good in TVT. But, yeah, they're just going back. And why are Hellions good in TVT, you ask? It's because, well, they kind of counter Marines, which you see built in every matchup. And they do well against tanks in low numbers because you just get close to the tanks very quickly. Tanks can only get one volley off by the time the Hellions get in melee distance when the tanks don't really do anything. So, like, 4 Hellions can take out a tank fairly easily just because of the factor is the tanks, well, they have a minimum range. And the Hellions can easily get in that, they do damage. Another creep tumor is going down. That is going to add up. Is this one still visible? No, it isn't, so it does live. And now you can see 2 tech labs out. He is getting Stimpack and combat shields, as well as a factory tech lab on this factory. Hellions again just going around, keeping that map control up, and Mystic can't really leave his base. He got a lot of Banelings out. And Hellions going to try to take out this hatchery, but that is actually may force a cancel. The Banelings going in from behind. Lane's coming in, and uh-oh, this could be a great play by Mystic. The Lings come, force the Hellions to go back, and boom! Go the Banelings! Oh my god, what a fling, saying, I know you're gonna be kiting my Lings! I'm ready for you, and the Banelings definitely deliver. I would say that all the time. Banelings worth it there. Keep in mind this factory, only one factory that has a tech lab on it, so he can't really produce more Hellions unless he wants to stop his tank production. But he is on 3 bases, so he can easily get another factory up. However, Mystic earns baller points for that play. Meanwhile, let's see what we have. He is getting his Mulist up. We have an army coming out from Edge. 42 drones to 57 SCVs. No drones have really died, so Mystic, just one of those Zerg players who isn't drone greedy. He doesn't play the game of drones. He plays just the game. And looks like, is he going to be droning up? He's getting Mutalisk still, getting a Queen. Muta's now going to fly in and harass a little bit, but missile turrets are up. So they're not going to do too much. And 3 missile turrets already. 2 idle SCVs there. Is that all he has idle? What are they on hold position? 3 SCVs idle for Edge. So not too many. And man, is he building a lot of supply depots around this bunker, going to protect it from any Lings or Banelings, so he can defend this base. He even got missile turrets. How many missile turrets does this guy have already? That is a buttload of missile turrets. That is 8 missile turrets out for Edge. He does not like Mutalisks one bit. And Mystic does notice. He's like, okay, well, you spent a lot of money on these missile turrets. I guess I'll go for Infestors. If I have to, I'll build Infestors. It looks like the Muta's going to take out one of these missile turrets, and there's 2 hitting them while they do that, so they are well placed. Marines coming in, those Mutas have to go back. And what Mystic could have done if he wanted to focus a little bit more is micro his Mutas back and forth, keep them stacked in 1U, so you can attack this missile turret without getting hit by the other 2. And it looks like they're like Hydra heads. You take out one missile turret, and another 2 take its place. So it's definitely going to be a lot of missile turrets by the end of this game. Now he is up to 9 missile turrets. And if, well, he takes out 2 missile turrets, we'll see. Does he build 4? And does it just keep going up? What is the limit to number of missile turrets you can build? I'm not demeaning Edge by any means. Having a lot of missile turrets against Mutas is a good thing. He is protecting all his buildings, all his tech labs, making him immune to any harassment. And uh-oh, the tank's not in siege mode. but the banelings don't get close enough anyways, and now Edge is kind of like, okay, maybe I should split my Marines. That was a close call. Going to the drone count now, 79 to 70, so it looks like Mystic had decided, okay, it's safe, and keep in mind, this is 14 minutes into the game, and he's got pretty decent creep spread, and this is going to slow Edge down a lot when he moves out. Edge moving in, 2 Thor production, he has 1. He is getting more tanks, more Marines, so maybe 1's enough. 2 Infestors on the way, but as soon as he hits this little goo, I mean, he's going to have to slow push. If he gets spotted with his tanks out of position, Mystic will no doubt hop on that opportunity, especially if it's in like this area where you can attack from this way and this way. The banelings don't have burrows, so you won't be seeing burrowed banelings. And as you see, Edge just slow pushing. He may decide to get medevacs out and start pushing up this way, just minimizing the number of tumors and scans he has to waste if he just goes straight into the main. Or he may turtle up and just take the gold. Actually, a huge force from Mystic is coming out. Big counterattack. Banelings coming in. Is this going to be too much, though? He's going to lose a lot of his army here. And for what? What did he lose his army for? Didn't really do much damage, and now this is the time that Edge has to attack. 28 lings on the way. And this strategy is great to just waste all your units. If the 10 player's only on, like, if you have 4 bases, the 10 player has 2 bases, you can do that. If you're only 1 base ahead, I don't know if you can actually afford doing that. It's going to take a mistake. Oh, wait, he's got 2 Infestors. Anything can happen. There goes 1 phone growth. And another one. Holy cow, missed it. Yeah, Infestors, anything can happen. That was a lot of Marines that just instantly died. Was it enough, though? He's producing 50 lings right now. Tanks are pretty well injured, so the lings could do a lot of damage. They're just cutting off the reinforcements right now. And that is kind of what he has to do. I mean, takes out all these reinforcements for free. Nothing's going down. His lings are getting in higher and higher numbers. And then he'll be able to deal with this eventually. Yeah, he did lose a base, but you know what? If he deals with this in minimal losses, he'll be in good shape. And now Lane's kind of splitting up to take out all the tanks. And this Infestor does get another money fungal growth off, but does he have enough? 100 to 164 supply. I think Edge is going to be taking this game. Gonna go check up there. He's like, nope, nothing there. Let's keep on going. Broodlords are about to come out. 5 Infestors on the way. This is kind of what he needs to do. He just needs to hope on Infestors. Hope he can get that jackpot fungal like he did just before. And look at the split from Edge instantly. Baneling's coming in. Banelings do a lot of damage, but Edge had the foresight to stay split up. Now this hatch is going down. It looks like we will be seeing a game number 3. Infestor's burrow scan does go down. And, well, he is double expanding right now. 97, though, to 165 supply. I know people hate when I say the game's over, but I think you can understand why I say 96 to 167. It's looking bad. But then again, anything is possible with Infestors. 1 Marine looks like a bad rally point. The Infestor, though, gets scared, unbows, starts running away. We do see Edge taking this base, getting another PF, and how long will this go unscouted? And I wish there was a way you could just tell your hatchery, no, don't spread creep, I don't want you to, because once the creep gets over here, those medevacs will see this so easily. But again, if I have to say the turning point of this game was when Mystic sacrificed a lot of his army and didn't really do too much damage, just because Edge had solid static defense set up in place. Now drops are coming out from Edge, and really, Mystic doesn't have a lot of forces. He may be doing Overlord drops. No, he doesn't have drops, so he may try to Overlord drop mineral lines. And as Edge attacks this base, forcing the units up, he is getting into position with the rest of his units and keeping his Marines split up. And looking at this, he's going to get a few Infestors. One Fungal Growth goes off, 2 Fungal Growths go off, 3, and still has Infestors on that high ground. Families come in, and so many go to the tanks. And both those Infestors die, 67 to 185. There goes the GG. We will be going into game number 2 in the Ace match.